This is SexyIce's Ant, a 1/12 action figure from their Vermin series, Artificial Evolution B006. It is easy to be conflicted about how this one looks, as well as the price point. It does have a lot of playability though, so let's see what it's all about. Got this one from Bombaspy, and if you want to grab some figures, I will have some affiliate links down below. And you can also hide the secondary arms if you want, and I'll show you how to do that later. Out of the box there are 2 trays total. Instructions, teaching you how to transform the ant into a crawling kind of pose. There is a little card, and there are spare wrist joints. The bottom tray has a stand, hands and a head, and the top tray of course has the main figure and more hands. Getting him out, he will have some plastic bits around him, so just remove him carefully. And here he is. This is what the ant looks like, and I gotta say, he kind of looks better in person. In the promo shots, he's pretty much just all one color, which he kind of is all one color, but there are some very subtle, so most of it is kind of gunmetal gray, but there are some black glossy bits like here and around the neck area, and the back, the spine as well, it's kind of a different color, kind of matches with the black joints as well. So in hand, in person, it is a lot easier to appreciate the sculpting and the details and stuff. I don't know how well it's coming across on camera. I've boosted the light a little bit, but hopefully he looks okay. So he looks like an ant, I suppose. He's got his antenna and stuff. Unfortunately, he's not exactly perfect, as cool as he is, and I'll get into that in a little bit. Shoulder pads and stuff, I don't know how to describe this. It's literally just like joints and sculpting, and he looks like a bug. Yeah, he does look cool, I would say. And that's kind of what the arms look like. The kind of thigh area, a little bit of, I guess those are muscles. Down to the legs and the feeties, also very well done. Everything is really solid feeling as well. Back shots, kind of. So the back armor and stuff, would you call that armor? I don't know what I'm talking about. It does all look good together. And you're gonna have to trust me, it does look better in person compared to on camera and in pictures and stuff, unless you have like very, very strong lighting. For articulation, head will does turn all the way around. Just be very careful of the antenna. Don't know how sturdy and solid they are, although they do feel okay, I would say. So they are on a little ball there, so you can just kind of rotate them all around, move them left and right and stuff, but just be very careful of them. So we'll just have them up like that, just to be safe. The neck, don't know what's going on here, to be honest. The neck turns a little bit. Do you rotate? Mostly just goes. So nods. This is very difficult. Looks up. Tilts. There you go, tilts. So there's a tiny bit of neck movement there, just a little bit, as much as you're seeing on screen now. Shoulder pads are on a very small joint at the back, so they will kind of move out of the way and stuff like that. So be careful when you're moving them. Arms, or the upper arms. Upper arms, they kind of go that much. It's actually very hard to see where the joints are, so that is a big joint, so that one's not hard to see, but there is another joint here. Okay, reaching forwards. Besides the ball joint, there is like an extra, like a shoulder bit there. And so reaching forwards, kind of like that. And there is another joint here. This is kind of, wow, how would you even describe this joint? It's like a half joint thing. You're just gonna have to look at it on screen. Alright, so reaching forwards, you can kind of use that joint as well. See if we can get a better forward reach. Something like that. There we go. So just got to position it right. So there's the upper shoulder joint. There's this kind of, would you call this a bicep? I guess that's a bicep, right? And then there's this one here as well. There's another like, this one just goes up and down like that. So that one doesn't rotate. So it rotates here. This one is a little wiggly one. And then this one just goes up and down. What am I even doing? So this one, wrists, pretty standard stuff, although there is a floating piece here, which will get in the way a little bit. So be mindful of that. Let's see if we can't straighten his arm back out. Backwards reach, if you use the this kind of bicep joint, will go like that. But the shoulder itself, it's nothing crazy actually. So that is kind of how it moves. There is a, what the heck do you even call this? Upper torso, chest. So this does rotate all the way around, and in the instructions it does teach you how to do like an ant crawly pose, which does utilize that. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. Tilts, not really. Forward tilt, like that. Backwards tilt, honestly it just looks the same. It's very hard to see like what's going on, to be honest, but those are kind of his tilts. That kind of works, right? So rotations, tilts. There is another one here, so this one even more tilts, so that's good. Also rotation at the top there, about halfway. Bends forwards very well, so you know what, let's just bend the whole thing forwards. So forward bend, something like that. Backward bend is a little bit spiky as well, so be mindful of that. Very good backward bend. What else is there? Tilts, we already did that. Rotates all the way around, so wobblies mainly at the waist with a little bit of extra at the top there. For his secondary arms, they are just on like a ball joint there, which is in a very, get these out of the way, in a very, oh, what am I doing? Particular direction. So it is a little bit limited there at the like top of the arm, although there is an extra, is this a bicep? Let's just call it a bicep. So there is like an extra joint here which does give a bit more range, so can cross over the front there. Honestly, I'm just figuring this out as I go. So you can rotate it and can go like back and stuff as well. So I assume those are for like the ant crawly poses as well. And then there is a very similar, I don't even know where the joint is anymore, this one, which goes up and down. So long story short, there is a kind of shoulder joint at the top of the arm. There is a bicep on this kind of weird half joint, which gives a little extra range, allows for crossing arms and stuff. And then the next joint down, is that an elbow? The elbow, it just kind of goes up and down like that. So big version, little version, and the hands are pretty much the same. So they move like that, fairly standard stuff. Just a, I think a smaller version of that one, this one, right? So small, big, right? Fairly self-explanatory. Legs, oh, here's the fun part. Okay, so legs, all right, so kicking up, I guess something like that. Kicking backwards, you gotta get these arms out of the way somehow. So backwards and forwards kicks, very good. If you wanna do a super high kick, the ant can do that as well. So this part here is just a fairly standard leg. So You can kick it out to the sides, like so. So sides split, looks like that. So there won't really be any gapping because, well, he's cut up everywhere, isn't he? Alright, so this leg, my right leg, bicep, thigh rotation works very well. You can also kind of like wiggle it about like that. There is a little floating piece there, which just helps to hide gaps, I guess. Double knees, looks like that, so pretty clean, I would say. Good bend, and then the leg here, there's a little bit up there that rotates all the way around. There is a secondary one, which goes up and down, also rotates all the way around if you need it to. And I guess that's the ankle, isn't it? And then these are on a little hinge, so they can individually go up the little toesies. They can go down the little toesies. Okay, so it was kind of all sunshine and rainbows until I got to this leg. So this leg kicks up fine, out, backwards, sideways, all okay. For some reason, I don't know what's wrong with it, but the thigh is absolutely stuck on my copy. I've used heat, I've used hot water, I've nearly gotten to the point of rotating and breaking it, I'm pretty sure, but it doesn't rotate. I don't know what's going on there. It is very unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know, I guess I'll try and get after sales, or I'll just live with it. But otherwise, knees and everything else is the same. It's just literally this thigh, and would have been a perfect figure, honestly, which is unfortunate. All the other joint tolerances feel very, very good. The articulation is pretty complex, but it is quite intuitive once you get used to it. For accessories, he's got a stand base, plug, and claw. You're meant to be able to pull this part out. You can kind of see it there. It looks like you can pull it out, right? But I can't for the life of me get it out. So that is where you plug it in if you can get it out. The ant has a lot of hands. He does have 10 pairs total. By default, he's just got kind of relaxed open hands on both his arms. If they're not the same, they are very, very similar. The wrists are the same size, so you can swap them if you need to. He's got a pair of fisty hands, a pair of holdy hands to hold whatever fits, some creepy crawly hands, 3 more pairs of creepy crawly kind of grabby hands, which they are a pair. And finally, he's got these kind of stabby hands, I suppose. So a good bunch of hands, and you can just swap them to whatever makes sense. The ant has 2 heads. By default, he's just got this kind of more ant-like head with pincers. Looks pretty cool, I would say. The secondary head is kind of an angry, teeth gritted, if you would call it that kind of head. Also looks cool, looks a little bit more aggressive, so that is a good option, a nice option to have. To get him crawling, rotate these bits around 180. So they're like that. Head turns 180 all the way up. Upper body 180 as well. Okay, something like that so far. Raise all the arms up so that he looks more creepy crawly. Of course, you can swap out the creepy crawly hands as well. Would make more sense if the hands were swapped around, but too lazy to do that. Just imagine the hands are swapped around and it's looking a lot more ant-like, right? Spin the thighs around, which I can't quite do that with this leg, so that is unfortunate. Should look like that. And that is what his creepy crawly form looks like. If for whatever reason you don't want 4 arms, what you can simply do is rotate these arms back. So just whatever makes sense, I suppose. Rotate them back so that they're all tucked behind his back. Kind of like that. not exactly the cleanest look, right? So if you take the hands off, of course it will look a little bit better. You can go one step further and actually take the shoulder pads, rotate them backwards, and cover up the hands like so. From the front it's a bit of a different aesthetic because he is not as bulky anymore. For height, the ant is about 6.5 inches or 16.5 centimeters. All in all, I think the ant is a pretty cool figure if you like the aesthetic and if you want to collect some bug kind of figures. It does look a lot better in hand, and up close you can appreciate all the details and sculpting and whatever the heck else is going on. Although I gotta say, I'm a little bit disappointed about SexyIce's QC recently, especially at that price point. There is definitely room for improvement. That said, I'm very excited to see what they do next. If you want to grab some figures, I will have some affiliate links down below. Do check out my socials at NOGOODFIGURES. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.